Multiple signal support has also been enhanced. The signal to be processed can be selected from within a plugin, as well as that processed signal assigned to its own audio channels with another new version 1.7 feature, audio input and output selection. Normally, this is handled automatically by Patchwork, but each plugin can have the source and output channel selected manually from the menu. This allows effects to be applied to a subset of audio channels, invert them or reroute them as required for almost endless possibilities. For example, it's possible to process multiple tracks through a single instance of Patchwork on a single track, and then select which plugins process which signal by using the sidechain sends and selecting the audio inputs on a per plugin basis. In this example, I'm now also processing the kick drum on the bass track through its own parallel chain, adding a boost to the kick drum every time the bass gain is reduced. I'm using the same sidechain signal as in the earlier example, but in addition to using it to control bass gain, it's now fed to Blue Cat's Dynamics plugin by selecting channel 3 as its input. The output returns it to the same channel as the bass, but the output can also be changed in exactly the same way should we wish to further process just the kick. Some very complex routing can be created this way, and in this instance it's probably a good idea to rename plugins based on the signal that they are processing. New to version 1.7 is the sidechain facility. The sidechain outputs can be selected from a track or bus in your host as a send or output, and that signal can then be sent to plugins within Patchwork. The dry sidechain signal is automatically sent to the sidechain input of any plugins that support sidechains. Here you can see the kick drum controlling the compression on the bass track, with gain reduction being applied to the bass track every time the kick is played. New to the synth version is multiple output support with up to 16 channels to choose from. This allows synth output to be processed via multiple tracks within your host DAW. Simply set up a source track in your DAW with Patchwork synth on it, and as many tracks as you need assigned to the outputs of Patchwork. Load the synths into Patchwork's slots, and then assign the output channels as required. Here I have 3 synths, each in their own parallel chain. The first outputs to channels 1 and 2, the second to channels 3 and 4, and the third outputs to channels 5 and 6. All these channels have corresponding tracks within the DAW. All 3 synths are being played from the same source, but I now have full processing control over the outputs via the DAW instrument tracks.